competing in.
We're gonna
We are repeating in. We are believing in. It's time for us to shift our mind.
We're
From
gonna
best
test it.
in the
Woohoo.
world to best
Ingen medhörning alls.
for the world. Make decisions intentional. To take decisions intentional.
Nothing.
Making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional. To take decisions intentional. Making decisions intentional. It creates a new world to mind a shift. Intentionality. Perceptuality. Conceptuality. We are choosing to shift our mind to best for the world. Best for our world. Make decisions intentional. To take decisions intentional. Making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional. To take decisions intentional. Making decisions intentional.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain Future show. I hope that this will just be a short rant. I tried to find some guests to put on here together with me on Zoom. But I'm just going to talk about what's going on in my world right now. It's been a while since I did a live update like this. So I'm currently been working on my personal training journey of becoming more Captain Future. I've done some talks about social interaction, identity navigation. I've done a lot of digital and in-person Glassbit games lately. That's been very appreciated everywhere I go. So I feel the more I do it, the better it feels and becomes doing the Glassbit games. So that's fun. So that's where I am right now. I've been to Cyprus this week in a travel for women entrepreneurs who become women to become social entrepreneurs. How to do that and what we can do about it. I'm just gonna see that if I'm live right now, what's happening. Yeah, I have sound on and everything there. So that's what I've been up to. I've been working. I did a presentation a year ago on this YouTube channel for my future navigation framework that I developed together with Bert Dola and Carl McFall. How do you navigate the learning society? And the last year I've been constantly updating that every week, working on that as well. So that's exciting. I'm prepared to do a longer talk again with that. Maybe this spring or summer. And that's where I'm at. Glassbit Games, becoming more Captain Future, the personal identity artist, and the future navigation tool from last year. I see a lot of things in that process for how we can understand and learn society. I heard in the OR talk 2 weeks ago in Malmö. We get a great speech of the urgency and the gap between what we need to do and what we're currently doing. And that labs becomes larger because of we aren't doing anything. So that's what we have to do, like to change it up. How do we ignore the pace of consciousness and the pace of change in society to redesign? Sooner or later there's not going to be a society left to do change in, but well before that we'll have to do radical change because we're so lagging behind of the things we have to do. And that's what Indy talked about in his talk. I will link to that in the show notes or in the comments on this YouTube channel if you want to watch in this. He's done a lot of talk lately on this on some parts and stuff, but this is by far his most up to date and best talk about it so far. So it's very good. I feel that when you talk to ordinary people, they're still doing what they did 5 years ago, 10 years ago. There's no change. There's no awareness on the large scale change we have to do sustainably in society. There's like the world that doesn't seem to know that it's not just enough to drive electric cars and put up some wind turbines and stuff like that. And there's not enough copper in the world to make it all electric. We have to do what Nate Hagen's called the great simplification. We have to consume a lot less product and energy, and everything that happens in society happens because of energy. For anything to happen, to move, produce, eat and stuff like that, we have to consume energy. So the true cost in society is energy, and we have to bring that down to maybe a fifth of the level of the thing we do now. But if we look all around us, well, I was flying and I was visiting Cyprus and Sofia. Everywhere in society you can see, including my flight there, consumes so much energy without the first or a second thought about that energy is a scarce resource. We just waste it away. We have to get much more energy smarter and our primary budget is not money, it's energy, and we have to be very conscious about how and why we spend it. We're still going to spend energy, and we should, but we don't have to waste energy in the humongous amount we do today. And that's the first realization. And then we talk about the inner development goals, the IDGs. Maybe we can't go follow the 17 SDGs because we don't have the mindset, the toolwork, the framework to actually understand society and ourselves to do it in the first place. So we start there, but the time is urgent, so we have to do both at the same time and speed it up. And like I said before, the gap is increasing because we're not doing it. And if we're not doing it, we have to do it even ever faster and even more than we had a year ago or 5 years ago. So the gap widens and we have to do everything all at once. That's a fantastic expression. Maybe we do need to do everything all at once. And sooner or later we're going to come to a threshold or a tipping point when we realize that before it's too late. And that's what I'm hoping for, working for, with that awareness and preparing myself and others with the mindset and framework in the toolbox to understand what society is and how we navigate it. I'm so excited to do like phase 2 of my explanation of what is a learning society now. The more I think about it, like, because my last presentation I did in December a year ago was good, but I've come so far in the presentation since then. I did a smaller but updated version last fall in Malmö, a whole day workshop there with my Glassbeard Games as well. And tonight we talked about wisdom in our Glassbeard Games. And me and Nicole talked about courage to do things in our following conversation tonight. You will find them together with this talk on the Emperor Gage Best for the World YouTube page there. So, gonna be excited what and how we can do, how and when I can do that. Per talked about me coming to Gothenburg, giving it there, but if you want to come to it, I'm currently in work training, arbetsträning, for at Kompetenstorget på Haldahuset in Halmstad. So I can come do this for free right now. So if you're curious about this, please contact me and I'll set up a talk and an exercise and a workshop around this. Half a day or whole a day, if you want me. So that's where I am, and I'm gonna sum it up with that. So like, a lot needs to be done in society. Captain Future, you don't have to be afraid. I'm still here. I'm still working around the clock, not full time, but in my mind on this, narrating whenever I see a YouTube talk, listen to a podcast, see a movie, or when I see TV series. I back in my mind, I have my framework in my mind, and use as a double navigation of what's going on in the movie, not the movie or the TV series. The story, the underlying narrative, and also my future navigation framework. So that maybe that it's triple navigation when I see a story, both the story in itself, the hidden and the obvious narratives inside the story, and my applying my framework and use that lens and eyes on the story itself. So it's triple navigation when I look TV series. So that's what I do. And if you want to, I'll teach you how to do it. So that's it here from me, for Captain Future Show. This is a short show. We will be back tomorrow here on Emperor Gage, Best for the World. And if you're watching afterhand, you can find all the videos here under the live tab on this YouTube channel. So I love you. Hugs to you all, my friends. There I am in that camera.